Hey guys, welcome back everybody. Hope you all are doing great. Today in this video we are going to understand how to troubleshoot HSRP protocol. So topic for today is troubleshooting HSRP protocol, and guys, this is my scenario in front of you. So as you can see in my scenario, I have one LAN segment where I am running network 192.168.10.0/24. So this is my LAN segment, and I am running one IP on router number 1 from this segment, which is 192.168.10.1, on router number 2 10.2, and on router number 3 10.3. And guys, my virtual IP address is 192.168.10.100. Through HSRP, I have created this virtual IP address. Just suppose that these users are critical users in my network. That's why I have three different line for internet connectivity, so that if one router or one ISP will goes down, still end users can access internet. So suppose these are critical users, that's why I have three line for internet. But in my scenario, you can see all edge router like router 1 2 3, all routers are connected with a single ISP. But in real time, in your scenario, it can be different. Like router 1 is, let's say, connected with different ISP 1, right? Router 2 is connected with different ISP 2, right? And router 3 is connected with different ISP 3. Because in my scenario, you can see if all routers are connected with single ISP, then still there is problem. If ISP will goes down, then what will happen? Then we don't have availability. But I need high availability, so we should have different ISP. We should have internet connectivity from different ISP. So just assume that router 1 is connected with different ISP, router 2 is connected with different ISP, that is ISP 2, and router 3 is also connected with different ISP, that can be ISP 3. Just suppose. Fine. Now guys, here you can see I have 8 Mbps link. Right here I have 4 Mbps link. Here I have 2 Mbps link. So this value can be different in your scenario in real time. This is just an example. Okay. So guys, as here I have more bandwidth between router 1 and ISP. So this is my primary link. Right. So this is my primary link. Then this is my secondary link, and this is my backup link, right? Because here I have only 2 Mbps. So if ISP1 or ISP2, both ISPs are down, then also my end users can access internet with the help of this line with 2 Mbps bandwidth. But here we have some issue. First of all, hope this scenario is clear, right? So in my scenario, guys, I have internet connectivity from 3 ISP, you can say, or from single ISP on 3 different router. I have line from single ISP on 3 different routers. But issue is end users are not able to access internet via router number 1. Even router 1 is up or ISP is up, that means this link is working fine. Then also end users are accessing internet via, I think, via router number 2 or via router number 3. We'll verify it, don't worry. So hope the issue is clear to you. Issue is my end users are not able to forward traffic through primary link, right? Let's suppose from the primary ISP, we can say, let's suppose ISP router 1 is connected with ISP1, this router is connected with ISP2, and this router is connected with ISP3. So if ISP1 is up, then end user should forward traffic towards ISP1, but it's not happening because of HSRP configuration. So guys, HSRP is running on all routers on R1, R2, R3. This is my virtual IP 192.168.10.100, and router 1 is my DHCP server. So let me verify that end users are able to access internet or not. And if yes, end users are able to access internet, then it is accessing through which router? If it is not accessing through router number 1, right, through primary link, then we'll check that primary link is working fine or not. If it is working fine, then we'll troubleshoot HSRP configuration, that why end users are not accessing internet through ISP1. So here you can see I have access of all devices in secure CRT, like router 1, router 2, router 3. Here I have one error of duplicate IP address as well, like you can say duplicate address 192.168.10.100 on fast ethernet 0/0. So guys, I have one log message as well here for a duplicate IP address of virtual IP, right? This is my virtual IP address, so there is duplicacy, right, for the virtual IP address. So we'll verify it. And then on R3, you can see On R3 also I am getting same error message, duplicate address 192.168.10.0 10.100, right, on fast ethernet 0/0. So I think there is some misconfiguration between router 2 and router 3. We'll verify that configuration. First of all, let me take you to PC1. Here you can see I have access of PC1, PC2, PC3. So guys, on PC1 I am going to say IP DHCP to get one IP address. Let me check, am I able to get IP from DHCP? Dura. So DHCP is also not working. Just give me a minute. Let me troubleshoot DHCP first. On router number 1, let me say so IP DHCP pool. So yes, here I have one pool, guys, with name Cisco, where the network is 192.168.10.1 to 192.168.10.254. Simply I can run this command also. So run section DHCP, right? So you can see I have created one pool over here, and I have defined the network, default gateway IP address, and DNS server IP address. So it's working fine. The DHCP configuration is correct on router number 1. So end machine should be able to get IP address from DHCP server. Then why this machine is not able to get IP? Now you can see Dora process is working fine, guys, and this machine have got the IP address, which is 192.168.10.4, and correct default gateway, which is virtual IP address. Let me ping to gateway IP address, ping 192.168.10.100. So let me check, am I able to ping my gateway? Yes, you can see I'm able to ping my gateway. I'm getting reply message. Now let me trace route my default gateway, trace, and then say 192.168.10.100. So you can see my traffic is going to router number 3, right? This is the IP address of router number 3, but router 3 is not my primary link. Router 1 is primary, so end user should forward traffic to router number 1. So guys, this is because of HSRP configuration, right? So let me verify now HSRP configuration in this scenario. In the same way, you can configure IP on PC2 as well. Say IP DHCP, and to PC3 also IP DHCP. So let me check, PC2 have got the IP, no, till now. Yes, you can see 10.5 and 10.100 as default gateway, 10.6, and this is default gateway. So all machine have IP address. PC2 is also able to ping their gateway, ping 192.168.10.100. Yes, you can see it is also able to ping their gateway, and PC3 can also ping gateway. Right, so ping is working, but all machines are accessing internet via router 3. Trace 192.168.10.100. I am tracing default gateway from router number, from PC number 2, and again you can see, right, it is forwarding traffic to 192.168.10.3. Now this is the issue. Now let me take you to router number 1, and let's verify HSRP configuration. Guys, to verify HSRP configuration, simply we are running command so standby, right? So this is a troubleshooting command of HSRP. Let me run so standby. This command is going to tell you which group I have created, what virtual IP address I have configured, what is virtual MAC address, what is the state of router, right, priority, preemption. So this command is going to give you this all information. So here you can see on fast ethernet 0/0 I have one group, that is group number 1. Okay, and guys, virtual IP address on the group is 192.168.10.100. This is correct. This is correct. Then this is active virtual MAC address, local MAC address, and hello time, hold on time. Next, hello preemption is enabled. Very good. Active router is 192.168.10.3. This is not true, right? Okay, if this router is the active router, that means router 1 should not be able to ping 8.8.8. So let me try, is this router able to access internet 8.8.8? And guys, you can see yes, success rate is 100%. That means internet is still reachable through router number 1. So end user should forward traffic to internet via router number 1 only, but it's not happening. It's forwarding via router number 3. So see, if 8.8.8 is still available, right, from router number 1, is reachable from router number 1, then why active router is 192.168.10.3 means router number 3. So guys, priority over here is 100. But as you know, by default routers perform selection on the basis of priority, right? So by default priority is 100 on all the devices, on all routers. So if priority is going to tie, then it will check highest IP address, and as you know, router 3 have highest IP address in my scenario. So router 3 is going to become what? Active router. And let me do one thing, let me take you to router number 2. Here I am getting duplicate IP address error as well. So let me run so standby command here first. Okay, so guys, here see the issue. On fast Ethernet 0/0 group number is 10, right? On router number 1 group number is 1. So here also group should be same, group should be 1 only, right? And virtual IP address is correct, right? Preemption is enabled, priority is 105. Okay, priority is 105, so this router should become active router, but guys, you can see group number is not correct, right? On router number 3, so standby. Here you can see again I have group number 1 and priority is default, right? And standby router is router number 1, standby router is router number 1, and router 2 is in listening state, and this router is in active state. So again go to router number 2 and check this router is in listening state or not. So this router is also in active state. So guys, if you have two router in active state, that means there is some issue with group number, right? There is some issue with group number, because see, for group number 10 router 2 is selecting active router, and I think group number 10 is only running on router number 2, right? So definitely router 1 will become active router because there is no any other router in this group, in group number 10, right? On router number 1 and router number 2 we have group number 1, right? 1 here, and router number 3 also you can see group number is 1, right? So for group number 10 router 2 is my active router, and for group number 1 router 3 is my active router. So this is the issue. And guys, why we have duplicacy? Because again see, group number 10 have also this virtual IP address 192.168.10.1, 10.100, and group number 1 have also same IP address 192.168.10.100, right? On router number 3, so standby, see the virtual IP address 192.168.10.100 on router number 2, so standby. See, for group number 10 also we have same virtual IP address. So this is the reason why we are getting duplicate IP address error. So first of all I am going to correct R2 configuration. So go to R2 and say interface F0/0, and guys, to check the command, simply you can run command so run section and standby. So it will show me all command. See, I'm going to remove this command standby 10 IP, this one, say no to this command first of all, right? Now on this interface I need to configure group number 1, and guys I need to remove this command as well because I don't have any group number 10. So we can create multiple group for load balancing, but in HSRP, as you know, group number should be same on all router, right? Then I am going to disable preemption as well for group number 10. Done. Now I have removed the commands, all commands. Now if you will check configuration, standby configuration, so you can see I have one command for group number 0. I am going to remove this also. Done. Now I am going to create one group here. So simply again go to interface F0/0 and say standby group number 1 and IP address IP 192.168.10.100. Fine. And I am going to say standby group number 1 preempt to enable preemption. Now we will not get duplicate IP address error. You can see now I am not getting any duplicacy here. Now guys, so standby. So standby. So router number 3 is my active router. Let me check router 2. So standby. Router 2 is my standby router, and router 1, so standby. Router 1 is my listening router. right? But router 1 should be active router, router 2 should be a standby router, and router 3 should be should be in listening state, right? So how to configure it? So let me do one thing. Let me configure higher priority on router number 1, that is, let's say 110. Then higher priority on router number 2 as compared to router number 3. So let me configure priority 105 over here, and by default priority that is 100 on router number 3. So if I will set priority 110 on router number 1, 105 on router number 2, and 100 on router number 3, then what will happen? See, all routers are going to send HSRP hello message, and guys, in the hello message of router 1, priority is going to be highest, 110. So all router will came to know that router 1 is the active router. Then router 1 will become active router. If router 1 will goes down, then between router 2 and router 3, router 2 have higher priority, so router 2 is going to become active router, right? But if router 2 will also goes down, then only router 3 will become active router. So if any router between router 1 and router 2 is up, so that router is going to be active router, right? So let me correct it. Let me configure the priority like this. Go to router number 1, and here also, so run section standby. Here also you can see, guys, engineer have already configured priority 100, but for group number 10, right? So you have to configure priority for group number 1, right? Or make sure you are running same group number on all the devices, on all the routers. So here I need to remove this command, interface f0/0, say no, priority 110 for group number 10. So I have removed this command. Now I am going to say standby group number 1, and say priority group number 1, and say priority 110, and then standby 1 preempt. Now I am expecting router 1 should become active, and you can see the log message here, right? State move from speak to active. So now router 1 is my active router, so standby. You can see router 1 is the active router. Now let me take you to router 2. So standby. Router 2 is in listening state, but router 2 should be my standby router, right? So again I need to configure priority 105 over here. So let me take you to interface f0/0 and say standby group number 1, priority 105, standby 1 preempt to enable preemption. And guys, so standby, let me verify now. Now you can see this router is in speaking state. Just wait for some time. Yes, now you can see this router is your standby router, right? And guys, I have the same group number 1 here. Then go to router number 3, and so standby. On router number 3, you can see state is listening. So right now everything is working fine. Now end users will access internet via router 1 if router 1 is up, or internet is reachable from router number 1. So run section standby. So you can see the configuration of router number 3 here. Again on router number 3, guys, we have higher priority for group number 10. So let me remove this command. Now I am not using group number 10. Interface f0/0, say no to this command, and preemption is enabled for group number 1, and I am not going to configure any priority here because by default priority is 100. That is fine. Now I am going to save the configuration, router 3, then router 1, and then router 2. Fine. Then again let me take you to router 1, sorry, PC 1, and let me ping to default gateway 192.168.10.100, and you can see I am able to ping my gateway. Let me do one thing. Let me ping to, let me trace to my default gateway 192.168.10.100, and you can see now it is forwarding traffic to 192.168.10.1, which is my router 1. But if router 1 bill goes down, let me do one thing. Let me down router number 1, interface f0/0, shut down. right? So if guys router 1 will goes down, then router 2 will become my active router, right? So stand by. So you can see now active router IP address is here. We can not see the active because this interface is down. Let me take you to router 2. Yes, here you can see the log message. This router is now active router, or simply you can run command so standby. So this router is my active router. So you can verify it from PC1, again trace to default gateway. You can see it is forwarding traffic to 10.2, means router number 2. If router 2 will goes down, interface F0/0 says shutdown, then which router will become active router? Router 3 will become active router. So go to PC1 again and trace route to default gateway. You can see now it is forwarding traffic to router number 3. Again, if router 2 will come up, it will become active. Interface F0/0 say no shut, right? Go to PC1 and trace to default route. You can see it is forwarding traffic to router number 2. And guys, when router 1 will come up, interface F0/0, then router 1 will become active. Go to PC1 again and let me trace to my gateway. Now you can see PC is forwarding traffic to 10.1, means to router number 1, right? Now can I ping to internet? Ping 8.8.8.8. So ping is not working. Now why ping is not working? Let me troubleshoot. Let me take you to R1, and on R1 so IP route. So we have one default route. Am I able to ping 8.8.8? Yes, I am able to ping 8.8.8. So run section NAT. So NAT is not configured here, right? That's why end users are not able to access internet. So simply go to interface serial 2/0 and say IP NAT outside, then exit interface F0/0, say IP NAT inside, exit, and then guys let me create one access list, access list number 10, permit 192.168.10.00.0.255. I have created the ACL. Now I am going to configure NAT. So say IP NAT inside source list 10, and then interface serial 2/0 overload to enable PAT. Right now again let me take you to PC1 and let me try to ping 8.8.8. Now you can see ping is working, but issue is if router 1 will goes down, if router 1 bill goes down, then end users can again not access internet, right? It can ping to their gateway, but it cannot access internet because NAT is not enabled on router number 2. So simply let me do one thing. Let me run command so run section NAT, and I am going to enable these all command on router number 2 also. Interface serial 2/0 IP NAT outside, exit interface F0/0 IP NAT inside, exit access list number 10, permit. I can say 0.0.0 also, no problem at all. Then I can say IP NAT inside source list 10, interface serial 2/0, interface serial 2/0 overload. Right now from PC1 you can ping again to 8.8.8, and this time ping should work. What happened? Why ping is not working? Let me trace to my gateway. Ping 192.168.10.100. Is gateway reachable? Yes, gateway is reachable. Then why ping is not working? Let me verify. R2 so run section NAT. Inside outside is configured. IP NAT inside source list 10, interface serial 2/0 overload. NAT is configured correctly. So IP route is default route available. Yes, default route is available. Is internet reachable from here? Yes, internet is reachable. Let me say do so access list. So we have one access list. Say no access list number 10 and access this 10 permit 192.168.10.0.0.255. Let me check now. Okay, it is able to ping their gateway, ping 8.8.8, and now you can see ping is working. Default route is not working. Sorry, 0.0.0 submit is not working on router number 2. No problem, this is simulation, maybe that's why it's not working. Okay, on router number 3 also you need to configure NAT, IP NAT outside, exit interface F0/0, IP NAT inside, exit access list number 10 permit 192.2.168.10.0.0.255, and then say IP NAT inside source list number 10, then interface serial 2/0 overload. Done. Then go to again PC 1, and let me do one thing. Let me down router number 2 as well. Interface F0/0 say shutdown. Now let me check from PC 3. Is ping working? So ping will work. Ping should work. Why it's not working? Yes, now you can see ping is working, right? So right now my end users are reachable through router number 3 because router 1 and router 2 is down. So I am going to up router 2, right? Then I am going to up again router 1. Interface F0/0 say no shutdown. So now from PC1 you can trace 8.8.8, and you can see traffic is going to router number 1, then router 1 is forwarding it to internet. Now guys, still we have some issue over here. Issue is right now what will happen if link between router and ISP will goes down. Like on router number 1, let me down interface serial 2/0, right? If F/0 F0/0 will goes down, then no problem, and user can access internet via router number 2. If router 2 will goes down, then also we don't have any problem, it can access internet via router number 3. But if outside link will goes down, if this link will goes down, then what will happen? Can PC1 access internet? No, no, right? Ping is not working. Reason is still router 1 is the active router, right? Still router 1 is the active router, and their outside interface is down. So on router number 1 you can verify. So stand by. So guys, so stand by. My router 1 is the active router, but outside interface of router 1 is down. So we should track our outside interface as well. So to track outside interface, simply go to interface F0/0 and say standby track. After that, group number, track number. So let me say 10 or 1, and then decrement. Either you can run this command also, right? It will decrement priority by 10 by default, but otherwise you can set the decrement priority as well. So what I want, that whenever a track will goes down, then it should decrement priority by 5 or 6. But if it will decrement priority by 6, then priority over here will be 104, which is lower than router 2 priority, because on router 2 priority is 105. So router 2 will become my active router. So I am going to decrement priority by 6, right? Hit enter. Like this I can configure track. And even here I can track the line protocol or the interface. Let's say track interface, track serial 2/0, and then I can say decrement priority is 6. So it is going to track line protocol of this interface. Either you can create the track, or simply you can track the line protocol of this interface. Now you can see I am tracking this interface. So if the line protocol of this interface is down, then it will decrement TTL by 6. Sorry, priority by 6, not TTL. Sorry, right? So now guys, here if I will run command so standby, So standby, you can see this router is still my active router, right? And priority over here is 110. So IP interface brief, serial 2/0. See, this interface is down. So if this interface is down, then it should decrement TTL by 6. Then why it's not decrementing TTL? So guys, there is one problem. See, 0/0 standby track, and I am saying serial 2/0 decrement priority by 6. And after that, here I should have one more option. Track, and let me check what options I have here. I'm looking for one command, I think, which is not available here on this router. So I can do one thing. I can say standby track, and after that serial 2/0, and then decrement priority by 6. Not like this. Line standby. After that, here I have option of track, IP. Then I have only one option, say track here. And then let me check how many commands are available here. Track serial 2/0, then decrement priority by 6. What is happening over here? Let me check why it's not working. Do so standby. This router is still active router. Priority is 10. Let me do one thing. Let me create one track. Let's say track number 10, and I am going to say interface serial 2/0 and track line protocol. Like this, I can create one track because that command is not working here. So I have created one track, guys, and in this track I am tracking line protocol of serial 2/0. Right now I am going to use this track in HSRP. So go to interface F0/0 and say standby, then track. Let me call to track number 10, right? And then we can say decrement by 6, right? Do so run interface F0/0. Let me check any unnecessary command is there. I'm going to remove this one. Say no to this. Then say no to this. No to this. And where is my actual command? Standby track number 10 and decrement by 6. Do so run interface. So here is the command, right? Now let me check do so standby, and now still this router is my active router. So track is down. So if track is down, then it should decrement it priority by 6, but it's not decreasing. So standby still router 1 is my active router. Let me do one thing. Let me say interface serial 2/0 no shutdown, and then again shutdown. If I will say no shutdown, then my track will come up. So track, so you can see my track is up, and so standby. If track is up, then priority is this one. Okay, fine. What will happen when track will goes down? Interface serial 2/0 says shutdown. So track, so now you can see my track is down, and if my track is down, then it should decrement priority by 6. But you can see the configure priority and this priority, both are same. So run section standby. See the issue. See the issue, guys. What is the issue? Standby. Actually, I have applied the track for which group? For group number 0. But I should apply it for group number 1. So go to interface F0/0 again. Let me remove this command first. Say no to this command. And now I am going to say standby group number 1 and then call track 10 and decrement by 6. Now it will work. So IP interface brief. You can see serial 2/0 is down. That means my track is down. So track is down. If track is down, then HSRP is going to decrement priority by 10. So you can see configure priority is 110 and priority on this router is 104. So if priority is 104, then this router is going to become a standby router. So which router will become active router? Router 2 will become active router. Go to router number 2 and say so standby. So see guys, this router is my active router right now. So in the same way you can configure tracking as well, and now you can see I am able to access internet. Again, when outside interface of router 1 will come up, then track will come up, serial 2/0 say no shut, then track will come up, so track, and when track will come up it will add priority by 6. So standby. Again priority is 110. That's why you can see this router is my active router. So guys, this is how we can troubleshoot HSRP protocol, right? Between routers or between switches. That's all for today guys. If you have learned something from this video, please hit on like button. If you have not subscribed my channel, if you are new on the channel, then please subscribe this channel. We'll meet soon in next video. Till then, stay safe. Bye bye. That's all for today. Thanks for